Telematics insurance, or sometimes referred to as black box insurance, is a type of motor insurance that uses technology to track how you drive or how much you drive. Typically, it's aimed at young or inexperienced drivers to promote safer driving behaviour and reward it. Any young driver or inexperienced driver, or the parents of, will tell you how crazily expensive motor insurance is. So why is that? Insurers use a number of factors to determine how risky you are. Your age, your postcode, the vehicle you drive, how far you drive, amongst others. They use these to determine your risk profile for how likely you are to have an accident. Unfortunately, the stats don't look great for young or inexperienced drivers. Young drivers under the age of 25 have a claim rate 27% higher than those over 25. 1 in 5 young drivers have an accident in the first 6 months since passing their test. And young drivers represent 7% of total licence holders, yet they account for 20% of the total deaths and serious accidents on the road. This is even before we start talking about overconfidence and prevalent risk-taking. You all know you do it, we've all been there. But you can see how these things together make the facts bad for young drivers, and you can see why, therefore, the insurance is so high for this particular pool of individuals. It's a very good question. The answer is yes and no. Yes, statistically speaking, it's fair, because the statistics don't lie. You are at higher risk, but we are not statistics. We are unique, we are human beings. So from that sense, no, it's not. And this is where telematics comes in. It's based on how you drive rather than some factors that create a statistical risk profile of you. Telematics works by collecting additional information and sending it via GPS to your insurer. It can do this in a number of different ways. It can either do it through an app on your mobile phone, or it can do it through the installation of what is known as a telematics device or black box. Sometimes these are inbuilt into your car, or they can be plugged in and ready to go. The device wakes up when you start the car or start the app, and then typically it collects how fast you drive, how you drive, which includes cornering and braking, when you drive, where you drive, and how much you drive. All of these create a different risk profile which is unique to you, as opposed to some generic statistical profile. I'm glad you asked. It's got some quite cool uses. It can be used as a theft deterrent. Because of the GPS, they know where your vehicle is. So if your vehicle is ever stolen, telematics is something that can help find it. Other uses include if there's a dispute as to who is at fault if 2 cars crash. Telematics enables a much more accurate crash reconstruction, allowing you to try and find that fault. There are other commercial uses. Lots of delivery fleets use telematics to track where their vehicles are, where the delivery drivers are, and how long they've worked. At the end of the day, telematics is providing real-time data and information, which creates no end of possibilities in terms of new products and services. Telematics just happens to be one that's trying to reward safer driving. It had a bad reputation in the past and made people very nervous. But actually, all you're doing is exchanging data for a more accurate product and service unique to you. I think the whole data and being concerned about data hasn't gone away, but it's become more acceptable given the light of how much information Facebook, Google, and other social media sites have on us. There are legitimate concerns though about, will you report me or will my insurance company report me to the police if I'm speeding? The answer is no. They're not going to report you to the police. You shouldn't be speeding in the first place. But the way telematics works is it creates a driver score, a safer driving score. So if you're within the speed limits and you're a good driver based on the behaviours we talked about earlier, you will have a higher driving score. If you speed, that driving score will become less and less and less. Over time, it will become a trend. At this point, your insurer might step in and actually give recommendations to improve your driving, i.e. speed less. If it becomes a persistent problem, they do have the right to cancel your insurance, and that will be in the terms and conditions. The world is getting more connected through Internet of Things, through sensors, and that gives organisations and insurance companies opportunities to create new intelligent products and services. Telematics is just the extension of one of those. I personally think it's great. We are all unique as human beings. The more personalised products and services I can receive, the better, because they are unique to me. We are not just a statistical profile. So actually, I see this becoming more and more prevalent as the world becomes more connected. The best thing for now is you have a choice. You can either go from a telematics connected route, or you can stick with the tried and tested car insurance on an annual basis that most people buy today.